sublime scene, the stretched modern lane, the luxuriant vegetations, and the vibrant bustles of daily life all mirror the aesthetic landscape of Owo, the political threshold of Ondo State, where great men do great things. Recently, this ancient city was plunged into a delirium of celebration that marked the glorious exit of a woman of uncommon character who called it quits at a ripe old age. Deaconess Alice Olanitori. It was an end with an incredible funeral rite that shook the city with fascination and left it in a blaze of sensation. The road to Mama's glorious home call paved up on Wednesday, April 4, 2018, with the traditional street procession by families and community folks known as Ajabwe dance. On Thursday, Mama's body was lifted at FMC Owo to her residence in Otakpete for a fluffy lying state. Later in the day, graceful guests gravitated into the expansive compound, which was dotted with a large marquee. The vibrant venue, venerated with vestige of splendor, as comely guests echo the heavenly lyrics. Conducted by a collection of clerics from Methodist Anglican Church, Okiogu, Owo, the wake-up service practically uncovered the virtues of Mama that endeared her to both young and old in her lifetime. This was strongly affirmed by the eloquent testimonies by family and loved ones. Also, in his short exhortation, the man of God enjoined everyone to live an exemplary life like Deaconess Olanitori. Mama's children and the rest of the family members filed out to thank God for the worthy life of their mother. Although the Thanksgiving session had formally brought the wake-up service to an end, yet the celebration continued as Modinat Ajamaku-led cultural troupe gave a great account of themselves till late in the night. The following day, Binti came down in Owo with a stretch motorcade that besieged the Methodist Anglican Church for the funeral service. Mama's gold casket was wheeled into the church under drizzling hymns as led by the men of God. There were sentences, there were Bible readings. All this were insulated in abounding voices that amplified the thoughtful hymns across the church. Mama's biography was presented by her first daughter, Mrs. Olushola Akintububo. In his sermon, Right Reverend Solomon Adegbite, who asked the congregation repeatedly that what next after the journey in this life, also spoke glowingly about Mama's rare virtues.
Mama lived her life to serve God and humanity. Basic.
The church choir gave an inspiring special number. So were the Women Fellowship of Okiowo. Mama's daughter, Mrs. Olushola Akintubobo, was inducted into the Women's Society of the Church to replace her departed mom. Thereafter, everyone joined Mama's children to celebrate the exit of their mother in a robust Thanksgiving. Prayers were offered for them. Prayers were also offered for the governor of Ondo State and the entire government represented by Mr. Olubenga Ali, the chief of staff to the governor, and Mr. Yemi Olowolabi, the commissioner for information and orientation. With the recessional hymns, Mama's remains were dollied out of the church for a final rest. Guests later reconverged at the magnificent Giwa Hall of Midas Plus, or Wo, for the mother of all celebrations. It was the final lap of a week-long funeral rite that colorfully altered the serenity of Owo. From the mercurial outlay of decor to the mesmeric faces of urbane personalities, the reception hall sparkled with luminous spectacles that radiated from luxurious faces. While Mama's children entertained their guests at the main bowl of the hall, her younger brother, Barrister Banji Alabi, gave his guests a befitting treat at the VIP hall. Of course, it couldn't have been otherwise. A reputable property lawyer, renowned socialite, Banji Alabi, is the chairman, governing council, Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, Ondo. His elastic social, professional, and political tentacles vividly came to fore at the funeral of his beloved sister, who had played a mother figure role in his life. Either at the children's corner or Banji Alabi's bubbling banquets, Madam Alice Olanitori's funeral was a command of eminence in its very best. Banji Alabi practically shut down the city of Owo as a way of bidding farewell to his departed sister. One after the other, Mama's children mounted the stage and celebrated the glorious passage of their mother. Later in the day, the local drama took over the reign of entertainment. Red Carpet TV spoke to some of the children, siblings, and guests.
She's everything good you can think about. She's accommodating. I miss so many things in her. Number one is her morning prayer. She normally gives to me every day. And I also miss her good guidance. That part has been...
She's a very loving mother and everybody loves her. I knew Mommy very well during her lifetime. She was very good, very passionate, very loving. That is why you see people like me today celebrating Mommy.
A loving woman, a very caring woman. And another thing I love about her is the fact that she appreciates every little thing you do for her. No matter how little, she's so appreciative that you want to do more.
She was a wonderful woman. She was a prayer warrior. She loves children and she's always very, very grateful. And she's always the person that always likes to hand to people. She always likes to hand to you.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we congratulate Barrister Banji Alabi on the successful burial of his sister, and we wish the deceased a blessed rest.